I've been reflecting a lot on my life lately, and I've realized that I was an underdog. I was set up my entire life for failure. I began my life unloved and unwanted. It wasn't until I met my husband that I would find acceptance, unconditional love, and someone that saw my potential for the first time in my life. What we used to say all the time was, "It's us against the world." How little we knew just how much that would actually ring true. We had naysayers, enemies, and even family members against us. We, together with God, solidified our relationship, our family unit with our children, and we succeeded in glorifying God wherever we could. When I first heard TobyMac's song, The Elements, I cried. The part of the song where he says, "I'm going to go down swinging until I go down." That's the story of my life. Swinging at my critics, people that wanted to see me fail, and family. Fighting for my worth, where I was told I was worthless. Where my worth came from was from my husband, my children, and God. I began in this world feeling I was absolutely nothing, to writing a book to women about their value. How far I've come, where I was meant to fail. How far I've come with a handful of people and God. I'm living proof that nothing is impossible with God, and if God is for you, then who could be against you? Also, in discovering my worth and value, people don't hurt me anymore. My identity comes from Jesus Christ. He is what has become more of me. When people insult me, they're actually insulting God. I give it to God. Please forgive them, for they know not what they do, and I release them to God. I found that those that have hateful things to say actually hate themselves. They need the most love and understanding. And I've learned forgiveness, and that God's judgment is far worse than anything that I could do. Giving it to God brings peace and freedom for my spirit. I've come a long way in my journey. I've learned that we will be persecuted as Christians, but in my ignorance I assumed that it would come from non-believers, when in fact my experience is it's come from other Christians. As hurtful as it is, I still give it to God. He is the one who will judge every one of us by our hearts. Some people are very transparent in their hearts, as where others are more deceptive. And I'm just grateful that we as human beings that are fallen are not the judge of such things, and that we can pray and leave it all in God's hands. This has been my year of surrender. I've given God everything that I find high on my list of priorities. It has been a true test of someone that wants to be rid of control issues once and for all. But it has also opened my eyes to just how much I've allowed these things to control me when they're not going the way that I've wanted them to go. Allowing things to go God's way is more freeing, peaceful, and has allowed joy back into my life. He orchestrated my life, and He has been loyal and faithful to me the whole way through. I should have been another statistic. I should be divorced, a victim, homeless, or another death by suicide. But instead I followed God, and He led me to bigger and better things. But it has taken time. A lot more time and patience than I could have ever imagined. But I can honestly say it is worth it. If you're stuck, or if you're feeling low self-worth, or you're unsure of what your purpose is, hang in there. Pray about it. Seek God's wisdom for you. He will steer you in the right direction. He may also be working behind the scenes for you. Be patient. He may be orchestrating a bigger plan for you, and it could be bringing the necessary people, location, or job for you to bring favor in your life. He knows what is best for you. I am proof that even when you don't have a lot of people, just having the right people and God is enough. I still have a lot of work to do. I still rely on God every day of my life. I consider Him my boss. He is the boss of my ministry, my marriage, my finances, and my life. He is the best boss that I've ever had and ever will have. Is He the boss of everything in your life? Have you given Him complete control of everything? What areas of your life could use some work today? Some people need time and reflection on what areas could use surrendering to God. Maybe you're done swinging at the elements and just want to find peace today.